There's a story later about people who are going to a music festival and they are urinating into a body of water next to the music festival, and it's causing all sorts of problems with the ecosystem. And I thought to myself, what in the world? You know, when I heard that, I was like, what in the world is going on here? Now,
what in the world?
I just said, what is happening here? That urine going into a river or stream or whatever it is causing problems.
Did it stick with you, Kelly, because for the first time in a long time you went all the way into the ocean to urinate?
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why.
Suddenly this bothers you?
I just was just taken aback by it, but then I see people are doing drugs and then urinating into a body of water, and then I thought to myself, wait a minute, I just did that.
Literally did that.
Yeah.
How dare these heathens? I just did that.
What's wrong with these scumbag lowlifes?
My God, am I being lumped in with these scumbag lowlifes? Because I had an edible. All right, full disclosure. Somebody brought me an edible. 2, actually. A chocolate-covered pretzel and a gummy bear. All right?
I don't know if you guys received this communication, but one of our long-time P1 listeners sent me a message. I'm not sure if he copied you, Biggie, or you, Kelly, on this, but he said, what are the chances that the chocolate-covered pretzel that Chris Kelly ate was simply a chocolate-covered pretzel?
It's possible.
And you were one of those guys like in high school pretending to be high while eating only children's aspirin.
That's possible. Now, that could be, because I'm so easily manipulated.
Yeah, your mind is malleable.
Malleable's the word.
I think this was real, though.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, I felt it, man. I was flying. I mean, I was flying there for a time. God just told me, eat this. I said, all right, fine. Give it to me.
All right.
It's like you're going to fly in 2 hours.
Because I had a handful of pretzels with my sandwich for lunch. Felt fine.
Is that the same pretzel?
Well, it wasn't chocolate covered. This was a standard pretzel.
Yeah.
I had a chocolate cover. In fact,
The chocolate is what had the magic in it.
that's right. Apparently.
You think?
Yeah. He didn't break it into the pretzel, so you're fine with your pretzels and sandwich.
We were so conniving and surreptitious about the way we did this. He saw me and he said, I left a chocolate-covered pretzel under the toaster. Go and get it whenever you're ready. And I did. It was tremendous. It was great. I'd heard about these edibles before and never done anything. You know, come on.
There's a certain...
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm going to be part of that.
Yeah.
But now I realize I get it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah.
I want more.
This is great. Yeah.
When you indulge in a habit such as this, do you do this without telling the wife, telling her pre, post, or just hope that no one notices?
Well, it's a great question.
Thank you.
Before we went...
I get that a lot.
Yes, you do. God darn, I get so sick of interviews and chats with people where I talk for 10 minutes and like blah, 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 blah. And then Chris Demm will say 3 words and whoever's on the other end will go, God, great question.
Magic.
No
one's ever asked me that before. That's always my favorite. I've heard that like 3 times.
I know.
Yeah.
No one's ever asked me that.
You're actually engaged in listening.
Yeah.
My God, what a
You
great
didn't just write down a list of questions.
I just write down lists of questions.
He asked one so difficult that it ended ZZ Top.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
They never performed again. He asked ZZ Top, could this have happened anywhere but Texas? And they went,
No one's ever asked us. We quit.
Yeah. That was it.
Last interview ever.
That was it. That's the last interview they did. They didn't do another concert. It was done. That was it for ZZ Top. Chris Demm derailed them.
So back to you and the wife.
My wife said to me, are you going to be doing any of these extracurricular activities when we go?
This is pre-trip.
Pre-trip. And I said, I don't know. I said, I really don't know. If the chance comes along, maybe. But I said, you won't even realize it.
What were you thinking in your head?
I'm definitely doing this.
Yeah.
Jumping in the deep end with both feet.
Yes.
Oh, well, I picture
Fully clothed.
Yes.
I picture you and whoever gave you this sitting kind of at the other end of the couples, and the other couple's going, what are they doing down there? And you two kind of hovering over a bag of something.
But the edible was game changer. Game changer. I mean, when somebody says...
No more bongs.
That's right.
No more pipes.
When somebody says to you, there's a chocolate-covered pretzel under the toaster, eat it and you'll be flying. I was like, that's it.
That sounds like CIA code from the 50s.
That's right.
There's a chocolate-covered pretzel under the toaster, or a bad Pink Floyd lyric.
Right, well, yeah. So, I mean, I get it now. I get it. I get all the hullabaloo over these edibles.
Will you be lobbying your representatives to legalize it?
Yes. Finally, this is something I can get behind now. Have a gummy, have a pretzel, and you're in great shape for the next few hours. I forget what I was even talking
about. You and the spouse.
Yes.
Your her understanding level.
Right. And then later, when it was done, she said, well, did you do it? And I was like, yeah, you had no idea.
That's how good I am.
But now what Chris Demm's saying may be right. Maybe he just brought some pretzels just as a mind game on me.
Yeah, just chocolate covered pretzels.
That's a possibility. Because I told you one time in high school, my friend Dustin, when we were 18, brought some vodka and orange juice on the golf course. And he's like, you can go, man. Just have a thermos full of it, and just drink them. And the whole day, I was like, oh, my God.
I'm so wasted.
I can't see straight. I don't know. And then later, the speculation was that it was just orange juice. And he just was pulling one over on me. That's right. Because
we've all done it when we're noobs.
That's right. And I feel like I'm still in that noob territory. I feel like I'm treated like a noob.
And I just want to let everyone know that's emailing us. It's just one of us doing edibles.
Oh, yeah.
Stop sending me emails saying, I think I can help you all out.
I'll tell you.
I got some pretzels right now.
I'll take them. I will take. Get me a gummy. Get me an edible. Get me a pretzel. Whatever.
Does that make you a trafficker?
Gee, I don't want to be labeled that.
It definitely makes you a buyer.
I do not want to be labeled a trafficker.
You got to be careful with this because this could end up with you, spread eagle on the hood of your car.
Oh, I can't have that.
Just standing there.
No.
I heard you got her in the edibles. No.
Oh, God, some pre-dawn raid while you're getting ready for your pickleball tournament on the weekend.
Oh, I can't have it.
Banging down your door.
No.
Where are the pretzels?
No. Now, that I do have to be careful with that now. We just cannot have that, right? I just have to have somebody slip me a pretzel and just say, here, man, enjoy.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing. That's what I'm looking for. It's, you're talking about me being a noob. Biggie did something 2 days ago. Chris Demm had left already. And this was an interesting look into the psyche of me. I was listening to Thank God I'm a Country Boy on my computer. I was just playing along. And I had already listened to several John Denver pieces.
Yeah.
And Biggie came by and said, I guess Chris Demm's already gone.
I think that was the day I had to get the tire fixed.
Yeah. That's right. You had to leave early to get your tire fixed because you ran over a spark plug
turned out.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
But Biggie came by. He said, yeah, all the way down the hall. I was like, oh, yeah, Chris Demm must be gone.
Well, life on a farm down Lippert.
That is right where it was, too.
Yeah.
Were you at your usual ear-splitting volume?
Yeah. And Biggie said, I like it when he leaves early so he can really let loose.
I could tell as soon as I turned the corner, I could hear it. And I said, there's no way Chris Demm is sitting here for this. There is
that volume
way.
Yeah. And Biggie said, it really frees you up when he goes early.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, man, I'm in the groove now.
Yeah.
And Biggie said, well, I'll leave you alone to it.
Well, it's this place just waits for Chris Demm to leave. Of
course.
And it's not a bad thing.
Mm-mm.
It's just the littlest patriot waits because he wants to scamper in and talk COVID.
That's right.
So he did, but he just wait, and then Chris Kelly's waiting for you to leave because he's sitting there in silence. Mm-hmm. And the minute you leave, it's
That's right. A little something for me.
Yeah.
A little something.
Yeah.
I mean,
for me.
as soon as you
when is it my time?
That's right. When can I have something?
You should wait. You should go outside, wait 5 minutes, and come back in and see what's happening in your office.
Oh, we'd have everything. We'd have to record scratch.
Did you forget something?
Sometimes Littlest Patriot will come in, dart his eyes at me. Christian will be here. And he'll
Yeah.
go, oh, hey, how are you? And then walk away. That's all there is.
Yeah, he always asks the weird, how are you?
Yeah.
Well, yes. That's his cover.
Yeah.
Because normally we sit and talk COVID and, talk about, and he says all these stats and things. And I'm like, okay, all right. I was interested to know that Chris Demm said that, now, if you missed this, he had a blowout. We went on a couples beach retreat weekend, and he had a blowout of the tire on the way home. And it turned out it was a spark plug in the tire.
Like 3.5, 4 inch long spark plug.
Or something, you wouldn't find that on the road very much. I think.
No.
No, and I'm trying to figure if it fell off a truck or just fell off of a working vehicle.
If it fell off a working vehicle, that'd be it for the vehicle.
You would
wouldn't it?
think,
Yeah.
or it would certainly knock.
Right,
See,
yeah.
You know what I pictured? I pictured somebody working on their car on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And somebody's, thinking that somebody came along and changed spark plugs.
Yeah.
Thought they got them all up, and slowly, just from the rumbling of the road, it just rolled. But
Yeah.
you must have hit it just right.
Absolutely, because it's right where like the vertical meets the horizontal.
Yeah.
It went right into the corner and at a bizarre angle.
Yeah.
The good news is we're going like 30, 35 miles an hour.
It's lucky because, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're going 65 miles an hour, bam, on
Yeah.
the road, skidding.
It was, we've all run over stuff. And you know that sound where it goes clunk, clunk, and you hear that sound on your car. This was different.
Yeah.
This was like a bam.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And Beth goes, I think that's the tire. I go, let's check the tire pressure. We actually had that in her car.
I don't.
And you
have
could
that.
see the number dropping rapidly.
Boy, that to me, that technology, I didn't even know it existed until about a year ago. You told me. I said there needs to be something that tells you when you're low on tire pressure. And he said, well, there has been for the last 25 years.
Yeah, that's not new.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
So, and the guy at the tire shop, by the way, they said when they pulled out the spark plug, they called me into the shop. Said, take a look at this.
The spark plug.
The two guys at the shop, big P1s, they love the show. And they said, this is top 10 strangest things we found in a tire. Maybe top 5.
Really?
And I said, what's number 1? And they said, prison shiv.
A prison shiv.
That I like.
A prison shiv. It's funny because earlier this week, Chris Demm told me these guys said that the weirdest thing they ever found in a tire was a prison shiv, but I misheard. I thought you said prison shoe. And I thought, how?
The little
Yeah, like
cheap flip-flops.
Yeah, the flimsy ones.
And I thought, my God, how sharp are the toes?
shiv.
Twice. I heard it. First he told me, he's like, yeah, they said they found a prison shoe in a tire. And I was like, wow.
Okay.
Man.
Prison shoe.
And then I heard him telling Dave Aiken, and I thought he said the same thing. It's like, prison shoe. You believe that? That is weird. That is weird. Shiv makes more sense.
Shiv.
Yeah.
That makes
it's
a
got
lot
that
more
sharp end.
Yeah, that would make a lot more sense to me that a prison shiv would do that. I read yesterday that Ford has doubled down on their promise. They want to get rid of all gas engines by 2035. They want to that's rapidly approaching.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's the second time I've heard them say that. They
Yeah.
want to be all electric by 2035. Do they do it? Is that possible?
I mean, if they're really pushing,
They
I
are.
guess they could.
Yes, they are. That's right. And
But where are we going to charge?
well.
That's the problem.
We always have this discussion. By 2035, will there be enough charging stations?
How does the average Ford driver refuel?
I don't know.
Where?
Well,
When?
we've talked about that. If you have an electric vehicle, if you have a Tesla or whatever, you get an app and it tells you where to recharge. But I never see them.
Yeah,
around
but
here.
there's
No.
enough. But there's 99% of the cars in the road are still running on gas.
right.
I see when I do see a charging station, I'm like, oh, well, there's one.
Same.
But it's like, to me, there's not enough where we could all.
I know he's right. There's so many.
Yeah, I mean, if you pull into a Wawa, there's 30 gas pumps.
no charging
plug.
station. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. Now,
Unless, now somebody told us, we had this discussion 4 months ago. Somebody said that, when it'll be like propane cylinders for your grill.
Yes.
You take out the uncharged battery,
Yeah.
you pop in a new one at the gas station.
but
But the storage is going to be staggering.
and I got emails on why that wouldn't work. It's hard to say. I don't know exactly. This is a propane story. I got a propane story here in a minute. It's pretty good. It's pretty.
Is that another code for an edible?
Hot.
Is it under the toaster?
No. Biggie, remind me to tell my propane story here in a minute.
Oh, I will.
All right. First, though, Corey wanted to comment on electric cars. Corey, go ahead.
Yeah, everybody's on about electric cars being safer, but to mine the lithium is way more destructive to the landscape and everything, and then there's no way to dispose of the batteries.
Well, they're very, very hot. We know that, right? They were one car where Tesla was on fire. It took them like 2 days to put the fire out. I'd not heard that before. So you're saying that?
Yeah, the environmental impact it's not better, quote unquote, than petroleum.
Huh. But the better part of it would be that we don't give off emissions from the car. Is that right?
That's true. There are fewer emissions.
Now, here's the first I've heard to say that, Corey. So you don't think, let's say we switch over to all electric vehicles in 40 years, it wouldn't help the environment that much?
No, it'd be a desolate wasteland.
Man, a desolate wasteland.
Thank goodness I'll be dead. Oh,
the
God,
only
you're going to live to 110, Kelly.
Thanks, Corey.
You'll
Yes,
be living
I
in a
am.
desolate wasteland
Yes,
for the
I
last
am.
20 years of your life.
Yes, I am and will. That's what I look forward. I like to live. I want to live a long, long time. I've made that clear. I want to live till at least 100. I'm hoping 110.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
You want to be the last item on the national news on a Friday night.
That is my absolute dream to be. What was his secret? You know, he just turned 110.
Diet Cokes and edibles. There's a pretzel under my toaster.
I think the things that keep me going are edibles, Diet Coke, and pickleball. Those are the three. I mean, you know, just
And judging on the past few weeks in the office, almond butter.
Oh yeah, I'm all over almond butter right now. I'm eating that by the spoonful.
Does that come out your butthole the same way it goes in
Yes.
a paste form?
Yes, I would say that's accurate. So that's what I'm doing right now. Here's my propane story.
Oh, Biggie didn't remind you.
No, he's busy with other stuff.
Okay.
But there is I think I mentioned recently we're expanding our footprint out on the back deck.
Yes.
And wanting a fire pit. It has to do with the fire pit.
Okay.
But first, Tiny, you're talking about electric batteries. Tiny, go ahead.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hope everybody's doing well.
Doing
buddy.
very well, thank you.
Good, man. I was going to tell you, man, this whole electric thing by Ford, there's nothing to worry about. Ford's making it. It'll never work.
Now wait a minute. I endorse a Ford product. Thanks, Tiny. I can't get on board that. Ford's a good product.
Please erase my laughter from the segment, please.
Erase that.
Digitally remove it.
It's a funny joke, but I can't stand behind that. Slim Jimmy, you're talking about electric cars. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you would imagine everybody having electric cars and the batteries involved in it, it would actually screw up the magnetic field of the Earth.
Uh-oh.
Well, no wonder we're a desolate wasteland then. It will screw up the magnetic field of the Earth if we all had electric cars.
Would.
Do you know a lot about cars? You're a mechanic?
No, I'm a truck driver, so I know about everything there is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you do.
Not just cars.
Yes, you do. Good point. So you don't see us switching over to electric cars then?
No, I drive a truck, and that technology is very big in the trucking industry.
Mm-hmm.
But there are several hurdles that's going to have to be overcome
Yeah.
for that to happen. And the number one we would end up floating aimlessly through space, and we wouldn't be able to stay on the ground.
Other than that,
All right. Okay. All right.
well, if you've always wanted to see Jupiter up close,
I like.
what you don't want to do is go toward the sun. See,
And
you don't want to go too far, really, either way.
Man, Slim Jimmy.
We're kind of in a good zone.
I'm worried about these calls because we're 14 years away from this.
Yeah.
Ford is wanting to do this.
Every Ford electric.
Thank you, Slim Jimmy. Appreciate
good luck
that.
out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Brian, you're talking about electric cars. Go ahead.
Yeah, so they're not going to stay on lithium for battery technology. They're already working on other combinations. So lithium isn't sustainable long term if everybody's on an EV, so that's not an issue. We won't be in a desolate wasteland. And charging times, they have been driving those down, and they've already got plans to be in the 1 to 5 minutes to charge your car. So,
Okay, all right.
And by the way,
Mhm.
I drive electric cars for the last several years. I'm currently in another one. I'll never go back. They're
Really?
awesome.
Really?
Wow.
What makes it better, other than the fact that it just saves you, gas money? What makes an electric car better?
People got to remember that most of your charging's done at your house. So I drive home, and it's like having a little man come up to your car and fill your gas for you every day. I start my day every day with a full tank, and I get 300 plus miles. They're quiet. They're smooth. There's no transmission. There's no shifting gears. There's no oil changes.
Wow.
Maintenance is nothing.
No.
So they're phenomenally great. You got to try one and drive one to experience the difference. But torque curve is flat. They're instant. They're zippy and comfortable. And we drive everywhere. I've been to Chicago and back in mine. I've been to Georgia. I go everywhere with the thing. We take
How,
trips.
when you travel long distance, how do you know to where to make your stops?
built into the nav. So it's not a Tesla, but every other major car out there has got all the charging networks built into the nav. You just say, here's where I'm going to go, and it tells you where to charge and exactly how long to sit there and charge.
My goodness. That makes me feel good about them. That just totally changed me back.
Other than floating aimlessly through the universe.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing we know for sure out of this segment is Chris Jim's going to be dead soon.